Many people who have trusts always have to give consideration about when they're going to start paying out profits or allocating profits to beneficiaries. There are 3 dates this year, because of that nasty 5-letter C word, that we have to consider. The first of those is 6 months of balance date. Old trust deeds often had the rule that said that 6 months after the balance date, any income could be allocated to the beneficiaries within that 6-month period. After the 6-month period, it was treated as capital distribution. If we take a March balance date for a trust, that would mean from the 1st of the 4th to the 30th of September, you would have to allocate or pay profit out to the beneficiaries. After the 30th of September, it was deemed to be capital. There was an old rule why this happened, and this was repealed a few years ago, but the trust's deeds didn't change. If you have a more modern trust deed, the trust deed's very open around when you can do it, and it often says that income can be attributed or paid to the beneficiaries, and it keeps it open. That, for most trusts who have extension of time, would take it from the 1st of the 4th through to the 31st of March. That means any time in the 12-month period, or after completing the accounts of that 12-month period, you can allocate income to the beneficiaries. Again, this is in accordance with the trust deed, not necessarily with the IRD. And if the trust deed states that you can pay out income within the next 12 months, the third date to bear in mind is because of COVID, this has now been extended out to May. So you may have some delays in preparing the trust accounts, which means that you can't work out how much to allocate to beneficiaries until after the 31st of March balance date. The problem with that, though, is if the trust deed stipulates within 12 months, you can't allocate any income. Otherwise, you'd be in breach of the trust deed. Being in breach of the trust deed in itself is not a problem if the trustees make a resolution to endorse that. And this could be a little bit difficult if this has been paid out to the settlors and trustees because you have a self-interest that's involved. So again, now's the time to consider the best time to put the distributions in place. And again, it's important to remember, not just for this year, but ongoing, how is your trust deed written to work out when the best way to allocate income to beneficiaries is.